Hey gang, Primal Punch here, Django here, and I'm coming at you with a quick and easy workout to do with just your bender's helper and a towel, a dish towel or a length of rope or whatever you may have along those lines, okay? So, I've had a bunch of people buying my new bender's helpers, so I figured it's time to do a workout video for them. Alright, this was/is the beginning bender's helper, but it's going to receive an upgrade. I found a smaller diameter rope that I'm going to use is going to have much better performance than the 550 parachute cord. So all orders for the beginning bender's helper have been upgraded free of charge. The rope will be arriving Wednesday. I've already given everybody notice about that. So it's a free upgrade to the newest model, and I'll be making myself one too. Now, this is also going to include very basic and simple tutorial on the different three major bending styles, okay, which are reverse bending, double underhand, and double overhand. Now, a quick little bit of information on the bending styles. Reverse bending has the lowest possibility of injury. Double underhand is next, and then the bending style with the greatest chance of injury, or risk of injury I should say, is double overhand. So that being said, we must always warm up, stretch, loosen up our ligaments, tendons, muscles, get the blood flowing before we hit the steel or start bending, okay? And I would like you to also do that with your bender's helpers, depending on your strength level. For me, this is perfect warm-up, the beginning one. And I'll go through and I'll just feel where my muscles and joints are at on any given day before I just go ahead and hit full bore, okay? It is my opinion that if you are just starting steel bending, okay, that the best place to start is reverse bending, okay, because this is going to use many of the muscles that you're going to use for the other styles. And again, it's the least risk of injury. It allows you to feel what kind of pain is going to be involved in bending, and gives you an idea of where you're at strength-wise. Okay? Now, conversely, or inversely, or whatever, yeah, I shouldn't say whatever because they're two completely different words, but reverse bending, while having the lowest risk of injury, is also the weakest bending style, where double underhand is the second strongest and double overhand is the strongest bending style, where you're able to exert the most amount of force on the steel. Okay? So, we'll start with reverse. Hey gang, batteries died, don't know where we were, but we were talking about reverse bending, okay? It's the weakest style, but it's also got the least risk of injury, okay? And you're just bending in the steel or your bender's helper over your other hand, okay? This is your brace. This will do the work for you, okay? And now this part here, you want to keep your wrist rigid and bend this way. And you're getting an amazing workout through your biceps, your triceps. You'll feel it. And I really would like to encourage you to go ahead and do this both ways, okay? So we're going to just get everything. We're going to get all the muscles. We're going to keep a nice symmetrical workout, okay? So there's reverse, and that's where I believe everyone should start. It's the simplest. It's a brute strength tactic, okay? Really not a lot of finesse to it. You see, it's a very simple movement. Very simple. Alright? You're almost in a boxing stance. You know, for me, I've got the right leg forward if I'm going to bend over top of my left hand using my right arm as the muscle, and left leg forward if I'm going to use my left arm as muscle. Okay? You see how I bend over top of that? Very simple. This is how it'll look. Now, with reverse bending, you really can't take it that far. You see? That's about as far as we can go, because now our hands are touching. So after that, we're going to do the chest crush to finish it, alright? To take it the rest of the way. Double underhand. Very simple technique, okay? You're holding your steel like this. Again, in case the camera died before I got to it, I really would encourage you to have wraps if you're doing any kind of bending, and you will want some type of wrap for your bender's helper, okay? Because the amount of force you're going to have to exert, the rope will tear your hands up. Alright, just not nearly as bad as steel. Steel will just slam right through you, you know. But this will tear your hands up. So you'll need some kind of wrap. I recommend Cordura. It's a nylon product. It used to be called ripstop nylon, like that. I really recommend that. It's super tough, okay? Okay, double underhand is our next strongest style, and it's middle of the road as far as risk of injury, okay? And it's more advanced than the reverse bending. So, double underhand, we're holding it like this, okay? If you've got your wraps, then you can move your hands out a little bit further and again use those wraps for leverage, okay? But using the bender's helper, we're going to go ahead and just hold it. Now, you can bring it up and you'll reach a point where you know it's time to come down. And what I do, I kind of drop my shoulders a little bit and then drive this down, okay? You see what I'm doing? And then right about here, I'll raise my shoulders up because you'll reach a sticking point. And now here you can see you can take this to a pretty far bend on double underhand. And then that one, you really feel it. Again, biceps, but a lot more in the forearms than you do with the reverse bending. And back through here, these are going to build your grip, forearms, biceps, triceps, your shoulders, and when you're doing the chest crushes, you'll feel it across your pectorals, like out along this part here, and in the center when you're crushing it in. Double overhand. Now this is the trickiest one. It's the one that I'm begging you, okay, just go slow. Never jump right in, never hammer against it. We go slow, okay? We feel the movement. Now, when you're using wraps, you're going to feel the bender's helper or your steel, if you're bending steel, should contact right about there, okay? On both hands. And now, you're using your wraps for leverage. You bring this up like this, okay? Into your neck. You'll feel a spot there where it just hits and it sort of catches, and then all that can happen from here is your elbows go forward or you bring the piece back out. That's your position of power, okay? You'll just feel it. And keep your elbows as straight out as possible, okay, from your body. And then you're going to drive this forward in a straight line, okay? Shoulders to elbows. Anytime we do anything like this, we lose power, okay? We want to keep everything in a straight line with the steel so that we're driving that force into the steel and in a straight line. You're sort of trying to bring your elbows together, okay? That's what we're working toward. And this one, oh, it is a workout all through here, all through here. I mean, your forearms just get pumped up so fast. And just amazing. Double overhand, okay? Now you can also kind of hook your chin over it. If you're having trouble keeping it in that spot, you can hook your chin over it. and then drive down. But be careful, because I've just rashed my face up with my doing that, because my knuckles drive across my face and it just gets all beat up looking. Looks gnarly. So we've done all that, okay? Now there's a couple other things I would like you to have. Well, one other thing, and that's rubber bands. I should actually see about making a purchase of some of these heavy-duty rubber bands, and maybe including those with the Bender's Helper purchases, because if you work that reverse part of your grip, you'll keep your hands looser, because this is an enormous grip workout. You're having to grip that and hold that in place. It's just like, man, it's hard enough when you're bending steel, but on reps like this, you want to work those extensors, because the flexors are getting a heck of a workout. Sorry guys. Now, this I believe to be incredibly important, is to work the opposing muscle groups, okay? Because we're doing a bunch of pushing, just a bunch of pushing. This is hands down the most highest exertion single exercise that I've ever come across, or single activity, steel bending. Much more so than any other resistance exercises I've come across. So we want to work pull muscles now. So we're going to keep our elbows and shoulders in a straight line and attempt to work the opposing muscles in our back, shoulders, arms, etc. Okay? And just hold this isometric pose. Alright? Never use 100% of your strength when you're doing isometrics, okay? Because you're pitting your muscles against your own muscles, against your joints, and your muscles are strong enough to tear ligaments, tendons, dislocate joints. So be careful, be wise. Now here, I like to do this one, okay? This is a great one. Now you can turn so that it's knuckles facing down, or so that they are, your hands are like this, you know, like King Arthur holding his sword or something. So this hand is driving down and this is up, so we're working tricep and bicep right now, but we're getting some of those muscles that are kind of oppositional to the bending muscles, and we're attaining a balance. I also really like to do deep knee bends when I'm holding this right here. This really helps to get your central nervous system just all wide awake. Those squats, just all those muscle building hormones, good stuff, right? Okay, now this is my intermediate. This is where I'll move next, okay? I've warmed up with the beginning piece, Steel Bender's Helper, and I'll also cool down with that. So now we move on to the intermediate, and here what I like to do is, normally I would be outside and I incorporate some push-ups and chin-ups into this round robin right now, but I'm inside because of the wind. You guys wouldn't be able to hear me. So I like to do 10 reps, okay? Just normal reps, drive it in, let it out slow. Drive it in, let it out slow. And then I'll do a hold, okay? And now push these just as far as you can. You see I've got my wraps, they're extended out of about an inch beyond the ends of the Steel Bender's Helper. And I don't have my other one out here, but so I'm not gaining a big amount of extra leverage. So I'll go ahead and I'll do 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'll do a hold, okay? I'm going to hold it for just a slow count of 5 or so. And then let it out. Now, I want to go ahead and hit the other bending styles, alright? And I'll reverse this. You see how it'll start to hold just a tiny bit of a bend? It's not a problem. Just reverse it. Or leave it this way, because this does, you know, if you're doing double overhand, then I would leave it this way, because it allows you to impart your force without having to come all the way back, and it's much safer. But I like to go back and forth with it. So now to the double underhand. And again, double underhand is not as strong a technique. Whew. So for me, I'm not able to bend it this far. But man, do you feel it? Oh yeah. Ooh, ha ha ha. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you will just feel this. Oh man, this is just love it. Okay, and sometimes what I'll do after I've hit that is just really quick do a few of the easier reps with the beginning piece, just to loosen things up. And this also just kind of cements those other reps in that you've done. Hit those opposing muscles. And this is by no means a full workout. If you guys would like me to do a full workout with you, then let me know, okay? I'm just showing you the exercises, and you can do those however you feel. Incorporate them into your normal resistance workout, or use them as a fast way to keep your muscles hard when you've got a busy day. Because you can get a workout that will have your upper body shaking and feeling like it's carved out of wood. You can get that in 15-20 minutes, just with a towel and your bender's helper. I mean, look at this. They're just really pumped up right now, just that fast. Your hands, you'll just feel it. It's a wicked workout. Now the advanced. Bum bum bum. You can see I've got maybe an inch and a half of excess, and this thing is just a beast. I'm not able to take it very far yet. But you see where I'm building up, okay? I'm not just hitting the hardest thing as hard as I can right away. I'm building up, going ahead, getting myself warmed up, especially since, you know, I've got a little bit out of shape. So I'm working back toward too. So here we go. The advanced. Oh. And now I can increase the resistance, the difficulty level, to a certain degree with some of the treatments that I do. So, you know, if you're a stronger bender, I can make the advanced more difficult for you. And what I do is I drive the advanced as far as I can take it, and I hold it there for, you know, just not even a fixed amount of time sometimes, but sometimes I will count. And that'll be a full rep for me. So this would be 2. Now whenever you're steel bending, I want you to draw your navel in a little bit, okay? I want you to create a positive tension between your abdomen muscles and your back muscles, okay? I want you to keep your guts safe, because this is an incredibly incredibly hardcore exertion, okay? Then I'll move down from that to the intermediate. You know, I just ladder up and down, and just keep my body working hard, you know. And now when you come back to this after doing those, you're like, oh my, I forgot what it's like to make that full movement, and it feels really good. Just keep driving it, and you'll build this heat up in your muscles that will just blow your mind. And then let's hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Oh yeah. Man, I'm telling you guys, this is the workout. It's really helping me come back. And this is pretty much my main workout right now. I'm not doing any steel bending, no bench pressing, minor curls. I've been doing body weight exercises and the bender's helper and the towel. Just that. I'm seeing what kind of musculature and strength can be built with just body weight work and the bender's helper and a towel. So that's sort of my goal right now. And then I'm going to test myself out on the bench, because I've hit the bench just a couple of times in the last couple months. So I'm going to see how this strength built from this workout crosses over, and how it's applicable to a normal resistance workout. Oh, I'm doing some heavy bag work too, but that's just because I finally got a heavy bag. I'm excited. So then we'll go back here and we'll hit a few at the beginning. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Oh. 1. Oh. 1. Oh. 1, 2. Hit the opposing muscles. Get those legs involved. Telling you. Now, I would also like to, not request, but like maybe advise, add some cardio work, okay? You'll get your heart rate up, maybe jumping jacks. You know, if you've got a heavy bag, cool, use a heavy bag. You know, a good cardio workout too, you can hang a string. I've got videos about that. Just hang a string with a knot in it and just kind of use that as a target, you know, for moving around. It's just like a focal point, you know, but it helps. So here you can really see the kind of pump that you can get all through here, and you're going to feel it in your abs too. On that double overhand, your body kind of crunches down in. It's a full body effort, and you'll feel your stomach really kicking in. And that's why I say that you should have that navel drawn back, because you don't want your stomach to go out like this with those muscles loose when you come down. You really be safe. So this is just a really simple workout, okay, that you can do with your bender's helper. Body weight, we incorporate some push-ups, you know, your sit-ups, pull-ups if you have a pull-up bar. If you don't have a pull-up bar, of course, you know, you can figure out other ways to work your biceps. You know, again, like right here, you can peak your bicep by simply turning it so it's your hands palm up, knuckles down, and then drive down with this one so you're getting a tricep workout. And then here, this will peak your bicep for you. Okay, you can choose whatever spot you feel that peak is the best. You see? See the difference here? Watch. There's my hand like that, and then when I turn it, so you can peak that bicep with a simple isometric workout. See? Super simple. You can get a really great workout with very little. Now, there are some other bending styles. This one, I really would recommend you don't try it, okay? Because the further you get away from your body with these kind of movements, the greater the risk that you're going to exert leverage that's harmful on your shoulders. Now this one is very interesting, where the steel or your bender's helper, your steel bender's helper is held like this, and then you drive down and you see how you bend it like that. This is sort of a cross between, to me, double underhand and reverse bending. And I misremember the name of this style, but it's really neat feeling. It's a really cool feeling when you drive this down, and it's a little bit different. The arm on the bottom is going to feel it really heavily on the outside of the forearm, and then this arm more along the bicep. So it's really different. But it's one of those what I might term exotics or something like that. So again, to recap, I believe that if you're new to steel bending, you should start with, anyone should start with, as their first style, reverse bending, which is simple. One hand is your anchor, and the other hand is the muscle, okay? You hold it, keep that wrist rigid, because you want to anchor this in place, okay? And then bend over top. So you come up and you can come down like this, and that movement sort of like just coming down, it sort of helps you, okay? And I feel stronger when I get my body in line with it. If my left is my muscle, like I would have my left leg forward if I'm going to jab with my left, I like to have that left foot forward. I plant and I come down. Right foot forward if my right arm's the muscle. A super simple technique, brute force. Okay, brute strength technique. Next, double underhand. Steel bender's helper or steel is held thusly, and this one is arm strength, and also your wrist. You can drive your wrists, you see, into it. So it's wrist grip, arm, shoulder, chest. Really good workout. That's, you know, that middle ground between just a brute force and technique. And then the one that is the hardest to do, highest risk of injury, but also the most force imparted to the steel, double overhand. Steel's gripped so that the ends of the steel inside the wraps are going to contact your hands, you know. Right about there is a good spot. Now people who wrap really far out, they'll have it even where it's up in here. I really like the steel inside the wraps or the bender's helper to contact my hands right here. I just feel better that way, like where it's just more against bone rather than just the web right here. It doesn't feel right. You can hook your chin and then just drive your elbows forward. Drive those elbows forward like you're trying to make them meet. Okay? And when we do this, you're able to put a lot of strength into that steel. Alright, so that was it. I owed it to the people. I've just had a lot of orders on the Steel Benders Helpers. And I just owed it to you guys to get a workout up. So that's it, you guys. Alright, just a bender's helper and a towel. So you guys be good to yourselves. You hold your heads up high and never let anyone tell you that you're not good enough, okay? You can do whatever you like. You can do so much more than you believe that you can do, okay? Because you're amazing. And I'm just really glad that you came here and hung out with me today. Hold your heads up, alright? You live free, punch hard, and be good to yourselves, because you're worth it, and I dig you, alright? Catch you later. Bye.